All right, this is just a quick video to show you how you would enter a trade. So right now we're looking at pound US. First thing you would do before you trade is you would look at the Forex Factory calendar to see if there's any red folder events. And these events is when you normally see massive spikes in price, which could be either way, and it can be quite risky trading when there's red folder events. Then you also need to have your calculator up, unless you're quite good with pips and you generally know what lot size you should be using. But this is going to be really, really handy for you to have. You can get these on your phone as well. Right, okay, so for example, because we're not going to discuss analysis right now, there's so many different ways you can analyze the market to determine if price has got a higher probability of going one way against the other. So right now, for just argument's sake, we're going to say that my analysis has said that this price right here is going to start heading up. So we're looking for a buy. So the first thing you need to do is work out where your exit's going to be. That's the most important part of this is if I'm wrong, you know, what is my risk going to be? So first of all, you need to know the area, and you can't just pick pips out of the air and say, well, actually, I'm just going to have a 10 pip stop loss. You have to have an area that makes sense. So for example, we've got a support line down here. So I might say, right, well, if it breaks this and it comes down, I want to be out of this trade. So I'm going to say that if I get in for a buy around now, and if it comes down to about this area, I want to be out. So we'll go to 10 pips to make it easier. So my stop loss is going to be at 1.37502. That's where I want to be out. No, it's not. Can't see because that black line is in the way. Anyway, we know the area right here. So it's 10 pips. And then you need to know where your target area is. So I might say, well, actually, if it pulls back, it may come to this area here. Let me measure. You wouldn't just say if it does, obviously, whatever your strategy is, but just for an example. So say 30 pips. So if I get in this trade now for a buy, 10 pips is my stop loss, 30 pips is my take profit, which is obviously a 3-to-1 risk to reward strategy. So how do I know what lot size to use? I'm going to come to my calculator and put in my currency pair that I'm trading, which is pound US. The account that I'm using is pound, but you might be using a US dollar account. So make sure you put the right one. Then you put your account size. I think my demo is around about that. Yeah, we'll see with that. And then let's say I'm going to risk 1% and my stop loss is actually 10 pips, which is telling me if I go down what lot size to use. So it's telling me use 13.81 lots. So you would just round that up. You can put exactly nothing, but you can also just round it up if you want to. So that means if I lose this trade, I'm going to lose £1,000. But if I win, I'm going to win £3,000. All right, because remember it's a 3-to-1. So now I know what lot size to use. I'm going to head over to my account. I've already got one in there for an example I was doing earlier on. But we'll do it again. Why not? And you put in the lot size that you want to use, and then you would just press buy, and then you can drag. So remember we said 10 pips. On the left, we're looking at 9 pips there. Oh, can't get it any lower. Right there, let me just put a bigger time frame. So there we go. If I lose, lost £1,000. And if I win this trade, like I said, 30 pips, around about 30 pips. It's 3,000. Just leave it there. And then what you do is you just leave it and let it run. And like I said, there wasn't really much analysis. It was more just to give you an example on how you would obviously work out your lot size. And then obviously you put your details in and then you leave it. When you're doing a market execution trade and you're trying to work out your lot size and stuff, it may take like a minute or so. So price generally may have moved from the exact point. But if you've got the right area for your stop loss and you take profit, then it shouldn't matter too much. And that's generally how you would enter a trade.